Yeah, what up, it's your boy Allie Cat.
What up, Sway?
You're now watching the Kultcha.
One and only. You ready?
You know, it's Q&A today. You know, social corner.
That's right.
There's a lot of things going on out here. The police brutality.
Let's talk. Let's go in about it, man.
I mean, you know, then you got the COVID-19 still going on, and it's actually I guess adding more fuel to the fire.
Definitely.
Distancing and bringing these people like to argue, I guess, or I mean, it's bad out here. It's bad out here.
You know, it's very bad, man. It's very bad, man. And you got a few new cases too of, you know, injustices out here as well, man. So, you know, we're about to get into it, man. One of them being, let's talk about the main one we know about that happened in Georgia. You know, the guy Gregory McMichael, which is the father, and the son who was fighting him and shot the guy. This guy was suspended as a police officer. This guy did no recurrent. This guy had no license to carry a gun. None of that stuff, man.
Who, the father that killed the young man? Father and son?
Yeah, this dude was suspended. This dude was on desk duty. And then since he was on desk duty, a couple of months after that, he retired.
Oh, wow.
So this citizen's arrest junk that they was talking about and all that is no bueno, man. And then they got footage of this young black man inside a construction site.
Looking both ways, and then he runs in. They saying that's him.
See, it is him. But the thing is, they got the gentleman who owns that house, right? And he got the footage. And he said, yeah, he was in there, but he didn't steal nothing. He didn't take nothing.
He just looked.
He just looked. So it's probably like, you know how you young and you see some, I'm in my 20s or whatever, I see a construction site, I walk to the construction site and look inside the construction site and be like, wow, this is how they put the house together, this is how they put the garage together. Wow, so there's only skeletons. Doesn't mean I'm stealing anything. It is a form of trespass, and we know that. But that is never enough, because there's some people on YouTube, black, white, or indifferent, who is proposing that, oh yeah, the story is not what they say it is. This man just wasn't jogging. And that still don't give him a right to shoot this man and kill him, regardless of the trespass.
Well, one person came out and said, let's hear all the facts. Let's hear all the facts before we jump to any conclusions. You know, facts is that they killed an unarmed man.
That's the fact.
And they're going to use the stand your ground law for killing an unarmed man. And, you know, what doesn't make it any better, it was a black unarmed man. So what they're going to do is, technically what they always do, is they're going to look for ways to hang him to say why they killed him. You know, he had mental issues. He has this, he has that. So we're going to see a lot of those things, and that's what they're going to speak upon.
Nah, definitely. And the guy who actually owned the house that was getting reconstructed, you know, they try to put, because he had some fishing rods stolen off his truck, and they try to make claims that, you know, this young brother was involved with that too. And he said, which was totally false on CNN. He said my truck was traveling to a different area. I don't know what point in time they took it, but somebody took it, but it definitely wasn't this guy. So, you know, they doing anything to put this on them. But a lot of these counties and, you know, area where McMichael had friends, because they try to cover this up, is now being investigated. So I'm glad that's happening. And let's talk about another person from Louisiana.
I'm just shouting everybody out when they come on.
Miss Taylor from Louisiana. The woman, aspiring nurse that got shot in her bed when she was asleep. Some cops has knocked on the door, I think during a search warrant for a drug dealer. Came in the house.
But they already had the suspect in custody. Had the suspect in custody.
They came in the wrong house, and then her boyfriend, Miss Taylor's boyfriend, opened fire because they said they didn't hear the knocks. Because these cops claimed that they knocked on the door. He started shooting Because he said even when they came in, they didn't announce themselves. He started shooting at them. So they let off like 20 shots and killed Miss Taylor in her bed while she was asleep. And then they arrested him for attempted murder and assault on a police. And he was a licensed carry gun owner. So that just to show people out here that you could do things the right way and have the proper paperwork, but it's who enforces the law that gets away with it. And I just want to tell people that we don't enforce the law. So these people are the enforcers of the law, so they can create charges and do whatever they got to do. I mean, it's just terrible out here, man. It's just a bad time.
When are we gonna wake up?
I'm hoping we should already be awoken already.
Well, they have some footage of some young black men, I guess, standing up to the police in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I don't have all the facts on it, but it's video out. It's running through social media. Took a few punches to the face, and he started punching back. And they couldn't. How would you say, they couldn't handle him? So they tased him and dropped him. Then put his knee on his back. So I guess the tide is starting to lash out. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. The police brutality is crazy. And it's not at an all-time high. This stuff been happening, and I'm just mad that Miss Taylor and her family have received more media coverage, because this happened in, I believe, March, if I'm not mistaken. And this young lady was 26 years old, and her life is gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not receiving as much attention as some of these other, issues that, been going on with police brutality. But I just hope it gets some light, so maybe something could be done. But this stuff always happen often, man. Like, this stuff we're used to, man. I mean, it's just case after case, person after person. And, I'm just sick and tired of it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell people color does matter. Money does not supersede that. It's color first and everything else. And I'm not saying that because that's what I just believe. That's the way society treats you. That's the way society treats us. So I don't understand how people still go off the mentality, I don't see color, man. We got to get out of this, man. It's imperative that you do see color, because, maybe a young black man wouldn't want to go through those neighborhoods. Maybe a young black sister wouldn't end up dead in her bed. It's imperative that you do see color, because it may keep you out of danger when it's involving your life.
Well, a lot of people that scream they don't see color, believe it or not, they're just they're blinded to the actual fact, because they do see color when it comes to sports or anything of that nature. If they see the black quarterback facing the white quarterback, they automatically going to go with the black quarterback if they're black. And if they're white, they automatically go with the white quarterback. It's because they want to see their people win. So let's knock that that whole total analogy of I don't see color. People do see color. It's just they are what you call selective on when they see color. So let's be honest about that. It's like that saying, they say they have selective hearing. They have selective color views when they want to have them, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, look at the COVID-19 and what's happening out here. Look at the different things that's happening out here with the COVID-19. I actually hear Donald Trump is about to fight the CDC a little bit to he trying to change up of how they count their numbers when it comes to death. Because we know that the numbers are inflated. So, they relating everything to COVID-19 where somebody died. So what's going to happen, what y'all going to see is, you're going to see the numbers start to slow up, and then you're going to see it disappear. That's exactly what you're going to see. For some that's supposed to disco deli.
Don't forget they opened up Atlanta, and Atlanta's starting to get a whole new bunch of numbers. Atlanta's getting new numbers. And then they talking about these 3 children that I think have some respiratory issue or some immune issue, and they relating it to COVID-19. So the new wave is that kids that's young can get it now. Before we was immune to this, right? We've been strong. There's a 97% chance we'll make it out of COVID-19. Now they trying to put new fear in,
showing people that young kids could get it also. Now, they have no idea if it's really related because they said when they test them, they don't test positive for COVID-19, but they still say it's related to COVID-19. So watch out for these new stories that's developing because they're going to install new fear in us. It's coming.
I mean, listen, they tried. I guess the WASP situation wasn't working. You know,
because I said, where's the 5G at? You know what I'm saying? Because
5G went silent. Nobody talking about radiation no more.
Because my thing is, right, if this 5G stuff existed, like I told you on the IG previously, or on Social Corner previously, you have to have a participation of people to participate in something of a conspiracy like that. So if too many people start recognizing...
Beijing Bunny said, and the kid that died had swelling on the brain.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Is this brother saying it's related to COVID-19, the swelling on the brain, or is something else? Because swelling on the brain sounds like it's related to something else. You know what I'm saying? And it's how they do it. Because they know that, you know, if you die and it's related to COVID-19, that's what they label it as. You can't have a funeral. You can't even see your loved ones no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. I know a person in my family who mother died in an old folks home from COVID-19. From COVID-19. Because, you know, it spread in them homes and stuff like that. And her mother died from it. So...
Actually, in Pennsylvania, it was in Allentown, Pennsylvania, in one of them old folks' home. It was a chef, I guess, or whatever you want to call them, cook. You know, respectfully, they want to be called chefs. I don't know, but you know, he was in the kitchen cooking, and he had the COVID. He kept coming into work because he couldn't afford to miss a day. So you know, so disease is always going to be placed around poverty.
And it's backfiring because they claiming statistics shows as well as people comments is that people who are on public assistance, they is reluctant to even want to work now. They making so much money being laid off that they don't even want to come back to work, bro.
Well, we'll see after July 1st, because that's when that extra $600 they giving everybody. Well, New York State is giving an extra $600 on top of, you know, your unemployment. But I guess we'll see come July 1st how everything, because I think they gonna stop the $600. I think everybody has up to 3 or 4 months to receive it, and then after that, it's supposed to stop. So we're gonna do some fact checks on that, you know. And
definitely, I want to elaborate on a new stimulus check that they try to bring forth. You know, the meeting I think is on Friday. If it's not Friday, it's no later than next week, Monday, of a new stimulus check around. If it's not another $1,200 of continuous months of this stimulus check, or it's about $2,000, which would be more accessible to more people than it was before on the last stimulus check. So
they're gonna cut some of the rules.
Like, yeah, they're going to cut some of the rules down. Yeah, so I'm looking at it like, yo, some people that I know didn't get it the first time might be able to get it this time, I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? And we could definitely capitalize on that as our people. You know what I'm saying? When government, hey, we already feel like the government owes us money anyway, reparations or whatever. Take this money and make it useful. Save, plan, invest, do what you got to do when this next round come in. Please, because I know $1,200 even wasn't that much, man.
Well, I think our country is the only country that's not even treating their people the right way. They treating the corporations right, and the people that work for the corporations are not even getting treated right, because they giving other countries is giving their people a check every month. At least that's what we're being told. I don't know how factual it is, but I could probably make a phone call to a couple.
No, you're right. Canada's doing that. Canada's definitely doing that. They getting a check every month, and then you got look at the businesses that's supposed to have gotten a check from the last stimulus plan, right? Lakers took some of the money. The Lakers organization as a business took some of the money. Shake Shack took some of the money. You know what I'm saying? And then when they found out that the money ran out, and a lot of these large businesses that got a nice lump sum of this money, these same companies try to give back the money. Now, you would think they would let small businesses or struggling businesses, right, try to get this money first. But I think they did go on with the notion that they thought there was enough money for every business, but there really wasn't. So you got some businesses right now that's giving back money, because there's a lot of small businesses, community businesses that didn't receive money that, they put in for. But, it's crazy out here, man. I know the government thought it'd be more chaotic. I think the government thought that we really would be savages and killing each other and robbing stores and it'd be constant criminal activity going on. But as you can see,
crime
it's
is
not. Yeah.
Mostly the crimes that's mostly going on in high volume is the how would you say, the differences in two worlds of the two different cities, however you want to call it, where they showing the race tension because of the social distancing. They opening up parks in certain areas and don't have the parks open in the how would you say, low income housing areas of things of that nature. But believe it or not, New York City, even them big ritzy buildings, they have low income housing. It's like a standard law, if I stand to be corrected. It's called you put in for a lottery and things of that nature, and you might win that apartment. And they have to issue about a certain amount of units. Like if it's like a 40-unit building, I think 10 or 15 units have to be for the for low income housing, things of that nature. But even breaking that down, they want you to make a certain amount of money to even get the low income housing. So with this whole COVID-19, it definitely slowed up the economy, and it probably backfired on a lot of people that they thought was going to do one thing and it's doing another. And and I'm glad that a lot of these major corporations have taken the money, because now they're scrutinized to the government. Yes, Bayesian buddy. So they scrutinize to the government, and they have to answer now. And once again, we could all hate Trump. You can hate him, but I'm starting to really like what he's doing, because he's exposing so much, and then he's investigating so much. He's just putting everything out there. He's showing how everybody is so, when they thought they were so neat, they so sloppy. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. When it comes to the experts, yeah, I give you that. But he's also the one of them that's so sloppy, because his slow reaction on his COVID-19, we wouldn't even be in this predicament listen.
if it's slow. We wouldn't even be in this predicament.
We're supposed to be the superpower. But he's showing you how easy you could break down and see what's going on within our house. You know how your mother said, always keep your secrets in the house, don't bring it out? He let them all out. Look, Fauci got COVID. The doctor, Dr. Fauci he has to be quarantined because he was around somebody that had COVID-19.
Yeah, he was around somebody that had COVID-19. That's why we don't see him. I was wondering why I didn't see him on the podiums with Trump and stuff like that.
You gotta answer, money. Low income is still expensive. Yes, it is. But I mean, with all this going on, everything's gonna be low income in a minute. They're gonna have landlords that's gonna tell you, especially if you've been a great resident to them. Believe it or not, you're gonna have them telling you, yo, listen, I'd rather you stay until this get better, and I know you'll pay me if you've been paying them. Because if you go somewhere, who's gonna pay them? They're gonna have to find a new tenant, and everybody's in a bond right now. We all, somewhat, outside of the 1%, we all became equals. Believe it or not, we all became equals. This is the time, as a black community, we go back to the barter systems and work together. I mean, this is a time that nobody's better than nobody right now. Because even if you got, say you got $100,000 saved and you could spend it, you're not going to spend it. And what you going to spend it on?
They spent on them Jordans. Them Atlanta lines was long on Saturday. Copping them 5s all white. That's what they was copping. They was next to each other.
But Atlanta is increasing.
I know. When the Jordans became popular, I know I like the colors too. I like the pattern design, the new, material. But dag, it's not like the price on Jordans went down and you getting a sale on them.
I mean, let's not squawk and scare and go off for the subject.
No, we're not going off. I'm saying,
but Jordan's been popular, and for ignorant folks, Jordan is the center of attraction. It's like putting out honey for the bees. When you have ignorant people, you got people that need their nails done. You got people that need their hair done, things of that nature, and run out there and get it done. And then you got people, mind you, statistically, I want y'all all to hear this, because even if y'all not watching it now, tuned in with us, they'll watch it later. Black people, especially the black men, don't get tested for nothing. They really don't check their health like that. Statistically speaking, we don't have the time. We got to do this, and you don't have the time to check for your health. But when your health goes bad, what do you have the time for? And it's showing you that we focus on all the wrong things. People prefer to buy Jordans than to pay their rent. Well, in this time and era, I guess they feel they have an excuse, Asian Bunny, not to pay their rent. But excuse.
And we said it in the previous. Please go to our YouTube page. Please subscribe and watch the videos, because we got a video about hospitals and why, black men suffer from cognitive dissonance when it comes to going to hospitals, and why black men are most likely to live longer when they're married to a woman, because she forces them to go to the hospital. But back then, it's because, when we used to go to the hospital, a lot of our body parts used to get missing. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the hospital, they put us to sleep to do some other surgery, and our leg wound up getting cut off. Our kidney wound up getting taken and all this other stuff. So it's a breakdown of why, especially in the black community, why the black men don't like going to the hospital to get the proper treatment and help. I mean, even look at the COVID-19, Al. Look how many black people is not making it out the hospital. We just talked about a nurse, and she had black patients, and how they wasn't making it out alive.
And let me answer that. My aunt went in. She was in the hospital for 3 weeks. She's in rehab right now. She went in. She didn't even have the COVID. She didn't have the COVID. By her fourth testing, they diagnosed her positive with the COVID.
Look at Tanzania, Ali. I posted something with Tanzania.
He did fruits. He did animals.
Goats got COVID-19. How fruit got COVID-19? He said something's wrong with the test. Is false. So what they did is give out these fake tests to Tanzania in Africa to make it look like every black person in there is populated with COVID-19. Because if they didn't use that test, everybody would have COVID-19. So their numbers shoot through the roof, and they can say, "Oh, look at these black people over there. They infested with COVID-19. It doesn't matter about the color." So we got to understand the modern day trickery.
But he was thinking. He was on.
No, he was smart. He was smart.
He said, "Hold on. Before we test people with this, let's test."
No, he tested. Let me tell you, he tested like 20 people. All of them was positive. He said, "Get that fruit. Get that gourd. Let me see something." They put the gourd over there. They tested positive. He said, "Test the gourd. I had this gourd forever. Give me that fruit. Give me that batch of fruit. COVID-19 fruit. Like, come on, man. It's COVID-19 fruit out here, Al. Well, do I got to test the fruit before I go into a soup shop, right? In Walmart, do I got to test the fruit before I go into the shop, right? I think I got to test the fruit. I got to test the fruit before I go into Walmart now and buy it at the cash register. Like, come on, man. They getting all the vegans out here now. They getting us. They getting the vegetarians out here now. They said, "Listen, man, like the fruits and the meat is filled with COVID-19. So, hey, you can't even eat good and live long no more. It's over. It's over, Al. It's over, man."
Well, listen, man. I don't really eat food anyway. I like cake. I got quick food. I mean junk food. When they start saying my cheesecakes and my no good snacks, then I got a problem. Diabetes.
Oh, man. What can you say, man? What can you say?
Hold on. And now let's go into the banking system. We're going to touch on that. The banking system, your money's insured up to $100,000. But now they're saying that during the high fraud value.
Hold on now. I'm going to make you a cake.
Oh, man.
Make us all one. That's the only thing we can use to survive. I mean, what cake in your mug, too? Oh, man.
Hey, listen. So all I want is a cake. That's it. I don't. I hope, and I know that they got to go in.
No, don't take it somewhere else. Don't take it somewhere else. We're talking about cake.
You cook it, you burn it.
Okay, all right, that's what I'm talking about. We talking about baked cake. What's up? Thank you for joining.
You know what I mean? So, within stating all this, now they talking about the banking system and that if your account, credit account or whatever thing of that nature has been scammed, I was heard that they don't want to pay you. I heard somebody talking about it, so I have to look into it more on a live. So I want to look into it more, but I know they say actual facts that your money is insured up to $100,000.
Yeah, that's what it usually is. Yeah.
So
yeah. But it's crazy because they not even approving people really for nothing that much. And if they doing, they not even giving you the best estimates, whether it's a car, a house, or anything. Because actually the banking people, a lot of them is at home giving these estimates based off your credit, based off your history and everything. They're at home doing this. So they not even giving you the best. Yeah.
Well, not to cut you off, cars are at an all-time low. Believe it or not. Now the dealer is not going to tell you that. But cars is at an all-time low because they have an inventory. And the 2020 inventory is doing real bad, so they not into keeping the cars. They have to get rid of them because they got a new inventory getting ready to come. Even that plants are shut down, they have specs and things of that nature. So these cars are going to be set back. You know, a car, most high-end cars last from 5 to 10 years. Most low-end cars are 3 to 5 years. So majority of them high-end cars, you still going to pick up a 2020. Now they're just going to change. They have to take it and change the birth date on it to 2021 or having things of that nature. So those are going to be all the cars and things of that nature that don't really hold value and are dated are going to be going off like that. Like you might see those on the auction block going for low numbers.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully, people that want to be nigga rich, you might see them riding through the projects in a drop top.
Hey, if you could live through this COVID-19, rich, hey, do it, man. Try to enjoy yourself a little bit this COVID-19, man, because, I know it's getting to a lot of people, and I know we're going to get to a point where we're going to say later for it, we coming out fine. You know what I'm saying? You're already doing that in certain areas already.
Well, you got to tell the bank, too, like, listen, man, nobody's really outside, so if somebody scams my credit card, would they order something online? And if they ordered something online, they had to have it delivered.
Of course.
So let's put whatever authorities on it and let them find out where it's delivered and where it got picked up. We ain't gonna argue. And there's a lot of dumb criminals out here that's doing stuff like that. So you'll find them.
There's a lot of dumb criminals because they're new criminals. People ain't got jobs. They're trying to figure out some way to do something. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out some way to do something some type of way, man. You know what I'm saying? If you get $5 from my account, fine. But if you take a majority of my money, we're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get $2 from everybody scamming, hey, okay, $2, not a big deal. Because I know scamming got to be at an all-time high right now. It has to be, man.
How? There's no malls open, no nothing. Everything is online now. So
you don't think the Walmart stores, you don't think them cashiers?
Yeah, but that's why. But they know now that all this stuff is being highly investigated now. That's the crime that they need to lock you up for now. It's like the shifts. But let me give you some good news. The most beautiful thing right now that's going on, that if you look at the earth is repairing itself. I went and I looked at the Long Island Sound. I'm looking at this water. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. The water, I went on the boardwalk near Long Beach. Went over there and looked at the water. The water looked like it's almost green.
All right, I'll get scientific on us. All right. What's going on with the pollution, man? The pollution clearing up, the air filter. It's good to breathe.
The water looking real nice.
I think it's looking nice because we haven't been to it in a minute. I bet you when I go to the beach, the water gonna be looking good.
Listen, man.
Get the proud of it.
I go to the boardwalk every now and then. My baby love the water, and I'll show you video of my baby running to the water and how dark it was. last year compared to now.
That's crazy, man.
And we getting this funny weather. It's raining, it's hail, it's snow. I've never seen snow in May, even though it wasn't much. And it didn't stick. I never saw snow in May.
Yeah, usually be warm. Usually be very warm in May.
And right now it's cold right now. We get highs and lows. One day the weather might be 70s, 60s, then it's in the 50s, 40s. But they say the earth is repairing itself. What took a year is doing in months, days, weeks. I know I might have said it backwards or whatever the case may be.
That's all right.
Y'all hear me? Understand me? Jet fuel and all that, the pollution is very at an all-time low. Because nobody's really traveling, nobody's really on the road. They only going from A to B. They not going from A, B, C, and D. So
Captain Planet, man. Earth. When?
This is what's probably what was needed, believe it or not.
Yeah, man.
In a sense,
it does need to.
Because we was destroying, just as we was being destroyed, we was destroying ourselves as humanity. So let's not, reflect on everything that's bad. Let's really look at what's positive that's happening. It's a positive, as in it's an economic reset. So it's time for us to wake up. Think about how can we refuel ourselves as a people, and just look forward in life, because this all shows you, no matter what, you can put a dummy in office and see what he does, but I don't look at it as that he's hindering us. I look at it as he's helping us. He's wisening us. He's helping us to make wiser moves, choose better future for ourselves. They're never gonna allow. These people are never gonna allow themselves to hit rock bottom. I say it all the time. It was a joke. Some comedians even said, "Poor white trash don't even want to be black." So this is a time for economic reset for us. This is a time for us to come together. This is a time for us to, not how they say figure it out, but figure it out.
There you go. And that's Ali Cat up there. We got to figure it out. And I quote to end this. Just because you're doing a lot doesn't mean you get a lot done. There's a difference between working hard and process. And I quote, I'm Twin. That's Ali Cat up there, man. The one and only, all right? We the culture. This is Social Corner. Peace.
All right, right, and that's it.